It was good back in the AM days. That's when I used it back when I first got, back when I first got licensed.
They were huge.
Yeah, I've had several of them. I never kept one around.
Well, man, you couldn't hardly all come over, could you, Dan? I think it was rated at KWAM continuous.
Yeah.
Give it to Dennis to see if he can. Yeah, he says his tuner gets hot. I have never had a tuner get hot.
Who said theirs does?
Dennis.
Jeez. What the hell kind of tuner is it?
Palstar.
You got something wrong with the antenna.
Gotta be, boy. Palstar's probably be one of the better ones.
Well, if he's not tuning it up right, that'll cause it to get high.
Well, he's just running a lot of power into it.
Well, all I can see is tuner getting hot if you got a real high mismatch and you're trying to force your RF in it with a tuner, it would get hot.
Yeah.
So as the amplifier gets so hot, you can't hardly touch it.
Oh, man, that's too hot.
Well,
I think he's fixed that.
Well, he's helped it anyway.
I wonder when he put that antenna up, did he put it on an analyzer or anything?
Well, think about this before you answer that question, George. He's got a 75-meter loop with a 4-to-1 balun on it. Now think about that for a minute.
Oh, okay. Well, that answers that question.
Well, it sure sounded like it would be the antenna problem with on my book.
What is 100 divided by 4?
25. Probably a mismatch.
I'm guessing it's really low. The impedance is really low, or I don't know. But T-type tuners don't like that.
No, they ain't made for all of that. But heck, I don't know. I'd run that T-type or T-tuner on this in-fed wire, and it works great.
Yeah, they like above 50 ohms. They don't much care for the lower stuff.
Yeah, this is true.
I had an 80-meter loop out there in Kingwood when I first put it up. Old Ron Crow, I think, or one of those guys talked me into getting a 4-to-1 balun to put on that thing, and it was a big one, The thing was the size of a paint bucket. And, I started to run some power in that. And one day I went out and I noticed that that PVC housing was all warped. Finally, I figured out that thing was getting hotter and blazing. It didn't need any. I ended up throwing that big, expensive 4 kW balun away, or I give it away. I might as well have thrown it away, but hell, I just hooked my 50 ohm coax direct. The thing worked beautiful after that.
Yeah, probably. It wasn't no good after getting hot like that. What in the heck did you support that thing with, a telephone pole?
Yeah, well, I think baluns are nothing more than a dummy load anyway.
Well, talking about that full-wave loop there, Dan, I put one up on 40 meters. And what I did is I fed the bottom of that triangle at a triangle position. I was feeding it vertically. And I was feeding it with a quarter wave of 75 and terminating into the bottom of it into 50 ohm. And shoot, boy, that thing was flat and worked perfect.
Yeah.
I've always run a balun here every I guess the whole time I've been on the air, always, every year, and you got to be smarter than the balun.
Yeah, think about that.
And you got to look at them too, N09, and you got to look at it a different way too, because there's several different kinds. Voltage baluns are like a transformer, and current baluns, they just run straight through while wrapping around the toroid. They're really just a straight through connection, for the most part.
Yeah, I got one called a tuner balun.
Yeah, that's I think for higher voltages or something.
Tuner Dallas thing, the balun design he made.
That's what I'm using here now, is a tuner balun.
He said it was the best to use. That one built that way.
Who said that?
The guy that builds the balance.
Okay.
If you think about it like a transformer, my ballon, I come in one side of the input and go out the other side of the input. In other words, there's no isolation. You know, it's not like a transformer, a voltage ballon. It's a current ballon. It comes in one side and goes out the other. The voltage ballons are just the opposite. You know, they have isolation.
Well, the only thing I ever heard, and whether you believe it or not, but they say a choke valve is supposed to keep your coax from radiating.
Yeah, they keep common mode off of it. Well, that's what this is basically, Henry. These kind of ballons like I'm running now, the current, that's what they are. They're that type of ballon also.
You could actually make one like that, but it'd be a hassle without using any type of toroid in there, just an open air one.
Yeah, I mean, people do that. They wind coax up, and do stuff like that.
Well, thinking about the antenna, in the old days, all they used was a field strength meter. They didn't have anything else, and they all tuned it to maximum signal on the field strength meter.
Yeah, they used to use a leech line with 2 light bulbs.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of ways to do it back in the old days.
Well, I don't think I've ever had. Well, at one time I had a loop that was square and kind of parallel to the ground, but otherwise they've been L-shaped, backwards W, 2 W's back-to-back shape, circles, kind of figure eights, all kinds of different crap. They all seem to work good, but what I did was I took about a 6-foot piece of coax to it on the feed point, and I adjusted the shape and the height and the angle a little bit until it come out as close as I could get it to 50 ohms, and that was it.
Talking about impedances and ohms and all that there, Dan, the other day, when I was trying that other microphone on this JRC, this radio is very particular what microphone you put on it. It's not like these other ones. If it's a condenser, most condensers will work. Well, boy, this JRC, it's very, very touchy what microphone you use on it. It just won't take any of them.
It sure sounds good. Sounds as good as anything modern.
Yeah.
Well, the one I had on it the other night when I was playing with Dan and Sammy there, and Dan kind of called it, but him and Sammy did. But what it was, it's a high-dollar condenser mic that I got from church. They gave me. I got some new microphones down there. So I asked for one of the old ones, and they just gave it to me. And it's a high-dollar commercial-type mic. And, boy, this JRC does not like it.
Yeah, it was probably hotter than a firecracker.
Can you run a crystal mic on that?
No, I never have tried a crystal. It's condenser, has with about 8 or 9 volts of, DC on it. Right now I'm on the regular mic that came with a little desk mic. Or you put any other kind of mic on it, boy, it just does not like it. It just won't take it.
Well, that's like what Jimmy was saying, just a transformer or impedance match is probably all you need, huh?
Well, I don't know. I may play with it later. I'd like to try that mic. It's a very nice, it's really a high-dollar microphone, really is.
Did they send you a supply with that thing too, or no?
Do what now?
Did they send a supply with it, or no?
No, this mic came with it. Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah. I was wondering if it had the Phantom supply that came with it.
Oh, yeah.
What kind is it?
It's a Shure mic that came from church. I don't know what this is, though. It came with it. I don't know what it is. It says it's got the same name as the radio, JRC.
Yeah, well, that sure ought to be a good microphone.
Oh yeah, you would think so. It's the same type of mic, and I guess it's just too hot for the radio. It didn't like the match or something.
Yeah, it's probably too hot. They got a lot of output on them.
Well, they used it in a choir. You know, it's probably very sensitive because it was used in the choir. Yeah, I thought I was going to sound like Elvis Presley there, Dan, but it didn't work out.
Some sort of, windscreen or something on top of them, because they can't take too much.
Well, that's the funny thing about it. I had a windscreen on it. I had only didn't make a bit of difference. Well, anyway, that's another story on another day.
Hey, Sammy, did Boyd say when he was going to be there or if he's coming for sure tomorrow?
No, I hadn't got the email back from him when he was coming for sure. He said he could come about any time, so I'm sure he'll be down with sometime this evening maybe and tell me when he wants to come. I told him Wednesday or Thursday would be okay too, but
yep.
That you were coming tomorrow and you could come on. We'd go out to lunch. I owe him my lunch.
Well, Dan, I'm about half finished on that little amp. Probably another couple of weeks before I'll put it on the air.
Man, you're making me look bad, Henry.
Well, I got C1, C2. I got a vacuum variable on C1 and on the tune, but I'm gonna use a air variable on the load, and it's all mounted in there. So I'm coming right along.
Man.
I believe them little tubes are going to work pretty darn good.
Yeah. Did you didn't put any filament voltage on them to see if, or check them for continuity or anything, did you?
Oh, I've already done that. I checked 4 of them there that are good, and so I know the 4 that I'm gonna fire up on ought to be good. But I'm gonna let them burn in a while there, Dan. I'm not gonna put B+ on them. I'm gonna let them, just sit there with filament air on them, and let them run quite a while.
Yeah. You're putting 4 of them in that amplifier?
Oh no, I'm just 2 of them back up and 2 of them. I got more than that. Sammy sent me a whole box of them.
Okay.
What tube is it?
They're 600 volt. What do they call them? Gas burn. I can't think of the name. 4CX 600 J's, I believe.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm anxious to get them going on. I think they're going to work out pretty good.
How much screen voltage you need to put on them?
350. I got 350 on them, and I'm not going to run them for about. It calls for up to 3,000. I'm not going to quite have 3,000 on them. I'm going to have about 2,500.
And about 300 screen volt?
350 on the screen, about a minus 50, 55 on the grid.
Oh, okay.
You can put up to 3,000, but I'm not going to run quite that much on it.
Okay, he's coming to Molly.
Oh, good deal.
He said he'd be great to see you.
Yeah.
And get a report on the stuff that you got.
Yeah. I'll give him an update.
Roger.
Wish he had more.
Said he was going to try to be here about 11-ish, so I guess you'll be here a little before that then.
Yeah, I'll probably be there a little before that, but I think Ralph is going to be there at 11 too.
Well, I thought he had something to do tomorrow.
Oh, he did. He sent you an email, I think. Said that he got his doctor's appointment changed, so he's coming tomorrow.
Oh, heck, that'd be good.
We have a whole gang. I have to tell Delbert he's missing out on a good lunch again.
Yeah, Mark wanted to come too, so heck, he might show up. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Sound like y'all gonna have a regular ham fest up there.
Oh, it'll be fun.
You know, I was asking you about that on-off of the power switch on that 735 ICOM, and you said try that guy W5CIA over there in Louisiana. So I sent him an email, and he said, no, I don't have one right now. He says, but I had one, and I just happened to see on eBay he had one advertised. He must have sold it within the last 3 days.
Isn't there supposed to be an old boy out there in Washington State supposed to be real good on those icons?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Malcolm.
I think that's the one, Sam. That's the one that they talk about.
Oh, okay.
Scott Malcolm.
Yeah. He's in Washington, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's where ICOM is.
Yeah.
He's supposed to, didn't he supposed to one time work for ICOM?
Yep.
Well, ICOM has that switch. I found out today. They sent me an email, said they have them. But then I read that there's 2 sets of contacts on there. One set isn't really used. I haven't looked at it yet. Said most people just switch to the other set of contacts and forget about it.
Yeah, it's kind of lucky there because a lot of these radios after about 10 years, a lot of times they don't have the parts.
Yeah, they probably use it on another more modern one or something like that.
Yeah, Jimmy could show up here tomorrow.
Jimmy?
Who?
Yeah, Jimmy.
That's too snaky down there for me.
Yeah, forgot we didn't invite Heebie-Jeebie. He got all upset he wasn't invited last time. I think you don't have to be invited.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Well, he ought to have his flex on the air by now. He figured out that he got thought he had it working this morning. He got up at 2 o'clock in the morning and started working on that thing, trying to make it work, and he couldn't get it to work. He was really frustrated.
Who is Heebie-Jeebie?
That's Nick.
Oh, okay.
WB5OBS.
I got you.
He's a Heebie-Jeebie.
He never sits down. Doggone, what are those little dogs that are like that? What's my brother-in-law had a couple of them. What the hell they call it? Chipper keys? Did you ever hear one of those, Jimmy?
Uh-uh.
They're little black, kind of a strange-looking dog, pointed ears and stuff, but they never sit still. When they go to sleep, they are, but otherwise they're always in motion. I mean, always.
I'll be down.
Strangest little dogs I've ever seen.
Just hyperactive.
Yeah.
I tell you what, them Chihuahuas are pretty bad too.
They look like a Chihuahua, only a little bigger. They call them chipper keys.
Most of the terrier dogs I've seen are like that, very high.
Yeah, he couldn't get that flex to work. All he did was change the firewire cable around, and it started working.
Man. Hey, he ought to feel good about that first shot.
Oh yeah, but yeah, we was talking to him at 7, 8 o'clock, and he's been working on it since 2 in the morning.
Man.
I'm on my flex tonight.
Oh.
That's rare. Hey, I got this thing to work on AM. It works pretty good on AM. Did you hear it, Sammy?
Yeah, I heard it. I got on there a while ago.
Yeah, I had a pretty good time, man. They said it sounded good.
Yeah, old Dave was on there, and Don, and Bud, JDU, and a couple of other ones. I was in there just for a couple of rounds just to see if this thing would work.
So you know what I did to get this one to work, man? I went to the profile deal and went to AM. I have no idea what was changed, but whatever it was, it worked. I couldn't get it to be undistorted to save my life, and then I went to that AM profile, and man, it just changed everything around.
Now be darned. What did it change?
Well, I'm not real sure. You know, it didn't change the EQ or anything. I really don't know. That's why I was kind of flabbergasted about it. I'm not real sure what it changed, you know, but it must have done some stuff that helped because it worked.
Well, usually all you got to do is turn the mic gain way down.
Right. Well, in this particular case, when I went to the AM profile, I had to turn it up. I had to go up with it. Didn't have quite enough mic gain. It actually wound up real close to where my sideband profile was, but there's a bunch of stuff I didn't realize, not being an AMer, I never realized how much stuff there is in there to augment or, you know, to help with AM, you know, with doing AM, because it's not as easy as I thought it was.
I don't know what you got to do. Not much. Just get on there and talk a whole lot. You ought to fit that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm great at that, man. I really am. I'm a rock star.
Hey, Jimmy, when you talk AM, you got to realize you got to talk for a long time, and you just keep going on and on and on.
Yeah, I know, man. I have a hard time with that, though. I much prefer, you know, the talking like we do on sideband. I still much prefer that.
You don't have to make up as many stories.
No.
You don't have to keep up with everybody's, you know, saying or asking questions. You know, if you got 4 or 5 people in the round table, it's hard to keep up with all that crap unless you take notes.
Which I was doing. I was taking notes.
What you got to do, you got to take them notes or you forget.
Either that or by the time they get to you, you done fell asleep.
It's 20 minutes till, so W5HHW.
Head on 9 in.
KWOZ.
W5DPP.
Yeah, 5CDG.
Well, there was a guy who had a Alpha 86A amplifier advertised close by here. And I've sent him 2 or 3 emails. It was just showed up early this morning, and he hadn't responded. Kind of ticked me off.
Now,
Well, here
you
you just got rid of one. What you need another one?
They don't even want to talk to you, and they're trying to sell some, and you know you're interested in it.
Yeah. What's that, Sammy?
Tell you what, I watch a lot at QTH.com, and boy, some of those guys that put those in there, I'm not sure if they're legal or not.
I thought they were too heavy. You just got rid of one.
Yeah, I did. But this one was tempting. It's okay. Let it go. I've noticed on QTH, there's, I think 3 guys that for the first 100 ads on there that show up in the morning, it's the same 3 guys. They have all kinds of crap, magazines and ARRL handbooks, and all kinds of crap like that listed, just one after another after another. The first 100 ads are usually covered by those same 3 guys.
That reminds me, I need to go over to the half-price bookstore. I ain't been over there in a long time.
Howdy, y'all, from W5CMK.
Hello, guy. KWZ.
Good evening.
Yeah. I'll just say howdy all around.
You know, the other day when I was working on that little amp out there, Dan, I realized I got to order me some more relays. I don't have any 3-pole double throw relays.
Yeah. You know, I couldn't find any where I normally buy them, so I've been buying a couple of double pole, double throw, and just, using 2 of them.
Well, that's what I did on the last one. I just paralleled them like that, one for the relay switching. For the bias, I like to use the 3-pole. That way that extra contact, I can use that for my bias.
Yeah.
You said you were going to go over there to EPOs and look for some switches. Man, I looked through their switch stuff, and they're proud of them things.
So do you use open frame, Henry?
Yeah, the open frame, what I use, just 12 volt coil DC.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can get them on eBay and so things like that. I just got to sit down and order a couple of them.
Well, you can come over here and look through the warehouse.
Tomorrow.
The warehouse, I like that.
That 40-foot trailer van, the warehouse.
Yep. You said you got that full now, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty full.
No leaks?
I don't know.
Oh. Didn't you have a leak of some kind at the beginning?
Yes, it was leaking up there around the vent. I don't know if it's still leaking or not. I didn't check it. I guess I should have went in there today and maybe see if it was wet.
You got lights? Do you have lights in there?
No.
I didn't think so. I have to bring my big spotlight.
Hey, Sammy.
Yeah.
Do you have
Bring like
shopping
the
carts
pictures,
set
you know,
up
and
there?
bring your little flashlight.
Bring a what?
Bring your little flashlight.
Yeah.
Do you need snake leggings?
No.
Do you have shopping baskets available?
No.
I think the correct answer, Guy, is he's not sure.
None that I know of.
Yeah, but them snakes have a way of getting, you know.
I hadn't seen any skins lately.
Well, there's a skin, there's usually a snake.
Yeah, that's a bad deal when you go into your shop and you see snake skins all over.
Yeah.
Well, as long as they ain't got that diamond pattern on, you're probably all right.
Yeah, I ain't never seen a rattler over here, Jim. Good evening.
You know, we got deer so bad here. My wife was just talking to me. We just set out some new plants, and I had to go out there and buy some of this at Lowe's. It's called deer repellent, deer and rabbit repellent, and boy, it stinks bad. And if you don't spray it on them, darn deer come up in my yard in the morning and eat everything up.
It's mostly mothballs, ain't it?
Well, I tell you, they're really bad down there. We got a dry creek about a mile or so, Jim, and boy, they must be thick down there because they come up my front yard. They tear my yard up at night.
Well, the pigs might be coming up there, but most of that deer and rabbit repellent, the biggest thing that's in there is mothballs.
It sure works. I know last year I had to use it about this time, and it kept them from eating up everything.
It gets you a couple bags of mothballs and put them out every once in a while.
That's exactly what my wife does here, believe it or not. That's an old, I called it an old wives' tale. Apparently it's not.
What are you keeping out?
Deer, Dan, we have these deer come up, white-tailed deer come up and eat our plants up.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, the skunks don't like it. Armadillos really don't like it. Coons really don't like it.
Probably cheaper than doing that spray anyway, Jim, and give me some mothballs.
That's what I'd do, Henry. Try it and see if it don't work.
I'll certainly do it.
That's what she does, Henry.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm wondering, what if you just put them around the perimeter?
Yeah, that's what she does, Dan. She puts them around the perimeter.
Huh.
Yeah. That's what I do. I drop them out on the outside of my chain link fence.
Right, should have mentioned that, but yeah, that's exactly what she does.
KB5ZIV, so I can keep that legal.
KW.
W5HHW.
Yeah, 5CDG.
You get some rain, Jim?
Very little.
Yeah, that's what Charlie said. What about Guy? Guy, did you get some rain? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think he said he got a couple of inches. I don't think we made 500.
Y'all are still okay, though, right?
It is drying up a little bit, which is, it really needs to down here. It's been wet for the last 4 years. But Wednesday, Thursday, they're saying 50%.
We got 3/4 of an inch the other day over here, Jim.
Yeah.
But it's been a little dry here. We so far we didn't have a lot of rain.
What we were getting the most of there for quite a while was that mist half the day every day.
It did that here today.
Yeah, you get up in the morning, you couldn't hardly see. It looked like fog, but you walk out in it, it's just mist and rain.
That makes
That's what it's been doing around here, too.
It did the same thing. Just had the delay wipers on, you know, and they go off every now and then.
That'll make everything grow.
Yeah.
The first part of the year, last year, you know, we were getting some reasonable little rains, and I was having a hard time keeping the pastures cut down.
Hey Jim, what kind of a amplifier is Scotty using over here now? He said he was running 600 watts.
That's that 8-pill he got from Boots, that big Skywalker.
Oh, okay. I knew he didn't have that. What was it, ALS 600 anymore, and he had another one in there, but I didn't know what this was.
Well, he puts both of them power supplies on it and runs them in his current share. It'll do more than that, but he's got some RF issues.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember him or somebody talking about hooking two power supplies together there. I don't know what power supplies he's got. Are they those little HP power supplies or what?
No, them 100 amp audio authorities.
Oh, holy crap.
Oh, one old boy put a couple of them 70 amp Astrons together.
Yeah. Had a That'd give you 100 amps.
I'd like to see them come out with a 3,000 volt switcher. You know, well, reasonable, don't cost you an arm and a leg.
You just have to see if it's how clean it is, Henry. That'd be the biggest thing.
Yeah, they'd have to build it clean.
Yeah. I've had a couple of them switchers that just drive you bananas, and then I've got one here now that's clean as a pin. That switches down in the AM broadcast band range.
Yeah, they can build it, clean them like that. They clean them up when they build them. It's just if they do it or not.
I think most of those expert amps, power supplies that are in their amplifiers are switchers, aren't they?
Yeah, probably the transistor ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what was in those Tokyo high powers too.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, it makes sense though.
I know that's what's in that BLA 1000. Still like to find one of those to play with.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 8-900.
There you go.
Low Scott.
Hello, Scott. I got to step out a minute, guys. Y'all carry on. I'll be back later. W5HHW is going to be out for a while.
We'll time you, Henry. Give you 10 minutes. KWOZ.
Hey, we'll see you in a little while, Henry.
W5EDX.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, guys. I just wondered how this amplifier here was sounding. Can you copy, okay?
Yeah?
Yeah. You're 20 over in Houston, downtown Houston.
Hey, you might be a little bit up the band, Byron, but you're copyable, no problem.
Yeah, I'm on you now.
Well, you got to talk longer than that.
Okay, testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. This is the 520 that I had on the boat anchor net last week you were bragging on, Jim.
Yeah, you ain't got it quite on us.
Yeah, it takes me a while. And this thing, I just turned the heaters on a few minutes ago.
I dare.
What amplifier you got hooked onto it?
This is one I've been working on. I drug home from Belton. It's an old Hammerlin HXL1.
Oh, my.
All 66 pounds.
Hey, Byron, that's what you got from Nick, wasn't it? K5LYN.
Yeah, Lynn. Yeah, this is the one I got from Nick.
Well, it looked like something the cat dragged in, but it's amazing that it works.
Yeah, I was been looking at it, and I wanted to see what it would take to get it running before I just did everything to it. The only thing I've done to it really so far is it had a broken bleeder resistor. These big old things, they had a 100-watt bleeder resistor in it, and that was physically broken. And then there was a 105-watt resistor that grounded the bottom of the bleeder resistor. It was open, and the rest of it was just dirty. So I hosed it off to begin with, replace those two resistors and clean some switches. That's all I've done so far. It's got the same Centron tubes in it, Centron 572s that probably came in it.
Well, that's incredible. I don't know if the rest of y'all saw that, but it didn't look like much.
No, it didn't look like much, but it seems to work. I don't have a peak reading watt meter on it, but when I tuned it up on CW, I was getting about 450 out.
Amazing.
It's about right.
It's working.
Yeah, tell Lynn he's off frequency.
Yeah, Lynn's down the band and you're up the band.
38.
We just averaged on you. We're just averaging on you.
Yeah, I guess so. That's the way it works.
Well, did I do any better now?
Hey, you can come up some more, Lynn.
Really, this thing must be off. Just a minute. Well, that's kind of weird. It sounds right here.
Hey, you still... Pantyhose are still a little
over
tight.
80 or 100 hertz down.
Hello?
1, 2, hello.
Here's Russ.
W5R.
Hey, Russ.
Oh, Rusty's right on.
Yeah, y'all sound right too. Hello there, Lynn and Dan and Jim, and I'm not sure who all else is hanging in here. Well, hi, Rusty. And the other thing weird, I hear hum on my signal here. Do y'all hear me hum when I don't talk?
Well, you get the AMers are on here.
Well, this is kind of weird. I don't know why it's off tonight.
I don't either, Lynn, but it's down the band a little bit.
Weird. I'm still down there, huh?
About 100.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, I don't get it.
I don't know, Lynn, but I'm just telling you, it's down the band a little bit.
Okay, I came up some more. Is it sounding better on your end?
No, you did it. It really ain't moved much.
No, hadn't moved at all, I don't think.
Something's wrong here.
Got something not plugged in good?
I don't know. I'll get back out till I figure it out. K5LYN.
All right, Lynn.
Luddite.
KB5ZIV, so we can keep all that straight.
KWZ, 3 minutes late.
I'm going to get in time with y'all, WK5R.
Yeah.
And W5 Edward David X-ray. Yeah, the electrolytics in this thing are original. Can't believe it.
Well, I think that thing was like a little SB200, about 450 is about right.
I get this thing opened up to 6KC. I hear every little whisper up and down the band.
Yeah, you bumped your Kanabi too.
Yeah, sound like Lynn.
Yeah, a little bit.
There we go.
More better.
I'm glad you said that, Jim, because I thought this thing had drifted on me.
No, it...
Boy, that guy's close, ain't he?
It's on 68.
There. Those other guys said they were moving up the band.
Oh, Jimmy and Sammy?
No, the guys that were down there in 68.
Oh, okay. Yeah, imagine them AM guys are killing them too.
Yeah. Well, I had this thing opened up so wide for receive that, man, I was hearing crap from all over the place. I just turned the knob a little bit, and there they were. Just when they were saying they were moving up to 77.
Yeah, I heard them say they're moving.
I want to know where I am.
You're pretty damn close there, buddy.
Exactly.
I think Lynn's trying to zero it up there.
Yeah, that was me, but I still can't figure it out.
Now you're there.
You got it.
Yeah, you got it right now.
Hey, Byron, that amplifier's got two 572s in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's a Roger. Has two.
Yeah, okay. I've only seen one in person my whole life, but I remember when those things first came out.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd ever seen one before I saw this at Belton. When I saw it, I didn't remember it. So Nick had it priced right. I thought I'd bring it home.
Roger.
I got that and the matching, what is it? HTX? Transmitter?
HX50.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay, HX50, you're right.
Well, hey, does that amplifier have a low and a high power position on it?
Negative, it does not.
Okay.
No tube for me.
Well, nowadays, I guess you don't have to use tubes. They got all these amplifiers will do 2 kW now, I guess. Transistorized.
Yeah, and they're SWR protected, and you can't break them, I guess.
Yeah.
They just won't load up into any antenna I have.
Well, some of them got built-in tuners. They just ain't too damn cheap.
Yeah, man. Hard to believe the price of some of those, huh?
Yeah.
Bucks. 11,000 for one of them I saw.
Oh, yeah. I'll stay with the glass envelopes and the metal ceramics.
Yeah, same here.
Till the glass envelopes go away, and I'll put a metal ceramic in it. KB5ZIV.
KWOZ.
K5LYN. Still sounds to me like I'm up the band.
No, you're good now.
It's very weird.
Something drifted apart, Lynn.
Well, sometimes these things are hard to figure. Radio's a mystery.
You got that right. WK5R. WA5, Edward David X-ray. Watch your S meters, guys. Let's do it. Check when I switch the amp off here. Testing 1, 2, 3. This is on. The amplifier's on. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, amplifier's off. Amplifier's off. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Over.
About 3S units here.
This meter is, you know, a typical Kenwood 870 meter, but you went from right at 20 over to S9, maybe 5 over.
Yeah, I guess what you'd expect going from 100 to 450 watts.
Yeah.
One unit.
Well, that's what I saw. 1 or 2, maybe.
Well, it'll just work a little better on those noisy band, on those noisy boat anchor nights. Jim can hear me.
Hell, I can always hear you.
It makes a huge difference. Over here, anyway.
I remember right, they didn't have a ton of voltage on that one.
What is it, Jim?
Oh, Hammerley HX1.
Oh, okay. That's the one that's chain-driven?
Do what?
Isn't the controls in that one chain-driven? Negative. It does have a dial string going from the band switch on the upper part of the chassis down to the tuned input switch on the bottom of the chassis, and it's dial cord driven. Was there an HXL1? Roger, yeah. Roger. Okay, maybe that's the one I'm thinking about that thing is chain driven. Oh, yeah, maybe that's the what'd you say, the HX50, whatever? HXL1?
HXL1 is what he's saying there, Brian.
Yeah, that's what I'm running, the HXL1, and there's no chain in it. There's no chain in it, in the amp. Huh. I worked on an old amp that had 572Bs in it with a hammer and for a friend of mine, and that darn thing was chain driven around the deals there. I guess I don't remember what model it was then. Well, I know Hammerlin didn't make a whole lot of amps, so I don't know what it would have been. Jim, I measured on the plates here, I think it's the same voltage as on a SB200. I see I measured 2450, no load, I believe, or 2350.
Yeah.
Byron, does it have a
about
tuned
the same as, or maybe a hair better than what's on the SB200. Roger. Now, it came just wired for 110, so that's what I got it on right now. I'm running on 110.
Yeah. I think Lynn asked you if it had a tuned input.
Yeah, I doubled with Rusty. Does it have a tuned input, Byron?
Yes, it does. It has a tuned input. I read something online about, there are some mods for this thing, of course. And I think one of the mods is improving the tuned input.
Well, the fact that it has it, a lot of them in those days did not.
Yeah, Roger.
Is that right?
Oh, who is that?
85 RBU. Am I getting now?
I can't believe in the original design here, they had that 100-watt bleeder resistor in there, and they were dissipating like 81 or 85, 81 or to 85 watts in that bleeder resistor. They were trying to heat up the barn. I can't believe they were trying to do that.
You know, Johnson did that too. That was their way of stabilizing the voltage. Kind of crude.
Yeah, kind of crude and generates a lot of heat. I replaced that 90K bleeder with a 75K. No, let's see. What did I do? Oh, it was a 75K bleeder to begin with. And I replaced it with a 90K made up of 3 individual power resistors.
Byron, did they use a solid state or 2 rectifiers in that thing?
No, it is solid state. They are solid state. 6 diodes.
Okay, well, whatever works. All in all, I think that was kind of the end of the road for Hammerlin. You know, their stuff was going downhill in a hurry. I had an HX50, and I could make it work on 80 meters here, but I couldn't keep it from FMing on 20 no matter what I did.
Okay. Okay. And I think the power supply, I believe it's a voltage doubler circuit, if I remember the schematic right.
Yeah, probably.
It'll probably may peak out a little better power when I replace these electrolytics, but it takes 100 microfarad electrolytics, and I'm afraid to go up to step up to 300 mics, which I have, because I may have I would probably need to put an inrush circuit in there, or a soft start of some sort if I jump up that much on my filters, don't y'all think?
Well, if it's not already a choke input filter, put the choke on the input.
No, it doesn't have a choke. Doesn't have a choke.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd worry about it. Yo, I'm going to go off and watch some news. See you later. K5LY.
Yeah, we'll see you Wednesday, Lynn. I'll be reading the mail, but I'm going to step away here to the other workbench and work on another belt and fine, guys. Thanks for the help tonight, and we'll see y'all Wednesday, I'm sure. W5MIX QRT.
Good night, Byron. You got it working. It sounded good. Don't change anything.
Night, Scotty. Night, Jim. hear the, I hear those AMers start getting tuned up.
You knew what?
I hear those AMers. I hear their carrier.
Oh yeah, sometimes it's like an orchestra tuning up. They all get in there at the same time and just throw carriers on there.
Yep.
That's all right. They'll disappear one day. They'll never be back.
We can always hope.
Yeah.
I think I got this thing pretty close to lined up. Not perfect, but pretty close.
Yeah, I was going to ask what you did today to tighten it up like that, because you're pretty much right on. Have been all night.
Oh, I tweaked it last night while we were still on and brought it a little closer.
Yeah, it seemed like every time you made an adjustment, it got closer, yeah.
You just raise the hood and you can get to that adjustment back there on the transmit. And I was just tweaking it just a little bit there. And it's pretty close. I don't think I can get it much closer without a frequency counter. As you're saying, I sound right and you sound right. That's just about where you want it.
Yeah. And that's that, which radio is that?
FP101EE.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy told me the other day that if I hadn't have told him, he wouldn't even known what I was on.
It sounds pretty good. Man, it's an old radio.
Well, it's got a fantastic receiver in it, I'll tell you that, because it's quiet. A good microphone always helps.
Oh, yeah. I got one of those, probably told you about it one time. Big Henry or Kima Henry told me that he had a whole bunch of Collins stuff that came from Big Al. And he wanted to trade it to me for that was a 530 or something like that. So I took my truck over there, and by God, he filled the back of my truck level full with Collins gear. And there was the FT101, the FT, I forget what the models were, the receiver and transmitter, matching receiver and transmitter, all kinds of crap. I mean, it was all filthy, dirty, grungy. I don't think anything worked. Then I traded it for all that crap. Brought it home here, ran it through the power wash down at the car wash place to get the roaches and the bugs out of it. Let it sit in the back of the truck for about a week and a half in the sun and started working on it, and I got everything going in there. That FT101 was really probably the best piece of gear that was in the whole mess.
Well, that FL101 and that FR101, that FR101's a damn good receiver.
I thought, man, that's going to be some nasty stuff to start with.
You mean the Big L stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that FR101 was a good receiver, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, and you could still buy all the filters from it from International.
And plenty of them in it, probably.
Yeah.
La cucaracha.
Cucaracha?
Cucaracha, cucaracha.
Man, that stuff was grungy, I'll say that. Yeah, there were S lines, there were the station consoles, a couple of KWM2s, all kinds of power supplies, all kinds of crap. My back of my truck was level full of that junk. Nothing worked. Oh, Doug sent me a text a little while ago. Said he got a TS50 from somewhere and it didn't work. Then he started fiddling with it and found out the battery in there was dead, so he put a new battery in. And it worked great for like a day or so and then quit working again. So he wanted to know if I'd work on it. I said, no, I think I'll pass on that one.
Well, it sounds kind of like my 940.
It did the same thing?
I got it fixed and I used it for a weekend. Cliff worked on it, fixed it, and I used it for like a week or a weekend, and it quit.
Huh.
It won't do nothing. One or more of the phase lock loops are not working.
Does it light up at all?
Yeah, it lights up and everything. It just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It comes on and shows the frequency just for a little bit, then it goes off. But you don't hear nothing, or it won't key up, or do anything.
Yeah. Well, you know, those things are about 30 years old. I guess they're due for a little maintenance, huh?
Yeah, they put that darn crud on there, and it ate through about 4 or 5 of those traces, and Cliff fixed all of those, and it was working beautifully. I was using that here, and then I think it was one Saturday night or one Sunday night. I used it all day and all night there when we were talking, then turned it off, and then the next morning, I guess it was when I got ready to get on 3900, it wouldn't do nothing.
Man.
Get him to get it fixed and trade it for a 850.
Well, the 450s and the 850s have got that one chip that nobody makes anymore. Nobody's got any, and when that goes, you got a dead radio permanently. But I understand that Kenwood has another chip you can substitute, but it needs some other circuit changes, and you can get them back working again.
I
think they call it the D1 or the B1 chip or something like that. I forget now.
I know it takes them a lot longer to screw up than it does them 940.
Yeah, it does. They're a lot better receiver, too.
That's what I thought. I always thought they were a lot quieter anyway.
Yeah.
KB5's the guy.
WK5R.
They had a little better audio, too.
W5DPP.
You talking about the 850, Jim?
Yeah, versus the 940.
Yeah. A whole lot more sensitivity.
Yeah. They had better audio output, too.
Oh, yeah. Among all these odds and ends I got from All Electronics, I bought a couple of new solder suckers. And, you know, I go through those things right and left, but they were cheap, so I figured, what the hell. And I put the plunger down on one, I put the end on my finger, and hit the button, and by God, it stuck, and it hung on my finger for a long time. I was impressed.
I always clean them out, everyone. I've got one that's probably 30 years old. I clean them out and take that O-ring, put a little Vaseline on it, it makes them work for a long time.
I do the exact same thing. Vaseline on that O-ring and put a little Vaseline down the tip to help keep it clear and freely flowing, I guess.
Well, them damn plastic tips, you got to keep them pretty clean, but...
Yep.
I got some that we used back in the TV shop. You know, that ain't been around for 20 years.
Solder suckers or your automatic one?
Solder suckers, just a manual.
Yeah.
It kind of hits you in the head.
Yeah. Or the end shoots right out over your shoulder.
Yeah, but usually you're leaned over that damn thing and you hit it and the top's not lashed down, it hits you right in the face.
Yep.
Certain things that solder works a little better for, but...
I ain't never been able to use that stuff.
Boy, I have.
Me either. I get it stuck on everything but what I want.
Solder sucker works better.
I see that all electronics has got one of those real old-fashioned ones that looks like an enema tube with the bulb on one end. You just squeeze it and suck it out of there. But I've never tried one of those.
Well, I'd like to find me another tail twister. I ain't never found another one. I had one, but I don't know what happened to it.
What's that?
Oh, it's a little tool that's got a slot in one side of it with a piece of piano wire coming out of it, and you stick a capacitor or resistor in there, and you spin it, make like a helicoil.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for replace parts. Yep.
Yeah, you do it on the capacitor, and then just clip the part out of it and slide this over there and solder it on.
I used to get those things with the soldering iron. We bought a Weller soldering gun. They had one in there. A little piece of aluminum with a little slit in the end of it. Just twist it and put it over, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might even have one around here yet.
Now, spray capacitors used to come with those little solder things in there.
Huh.
Already pre-soldered.
Yeah. A little spring-like deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, some of this stuff, when you try to take a capacitor out, it's all, woven into a terminal. You tear up more crap than you do more damage in replacing the capacitor.
Yeah. I usually just look at the situation and then make a decision to clip it short and wind something around it or rip it out. Sometimes you can get them out, but usually better off twisting and winding. Of course, you could do like old Russell used to do. He found a bad part. He just put a new part in right across it, regardless of what was wrong with the old one.
Man.
He did that a lot.
I don't think that'd fix a short out, would it, Dan?
No. I don't think he knew any better.
Oh, man.
I remember sending I think it was a 440 I had him work on once. Everybody said he was the expert on 440s. It never worked when I got it back. I sent it up to Kenwood, and the guy called me. He says, who the hell worked on this? So I told him. He said, let me tell you what that idiot did. Man, he is dangerous. Sometimes he could fix one. Sometimes he couldn't.
Now, George, he liked to do a little bit, too.
Oh, yeah, George did for sure.
Well, it's a lot quieter tonight than it was when all them storms was coming through.
Yeah, I just got the chipmunks in there.
Yeah, I hear them.
We just think talking enough to slow them down. AB5ZIV.
W5DPP.
KWOZ.
You're going to have a passel over there tomorrow, ain't you, Sam?
Yeah, we'll have a real ham fest.
You have to figure out who's buying lunch, right?
Yeah, we'll do something.
I was out of the room, so I'll catch up with you. WK5R.
Are you going, Russ?
No, I was out of the room getting a refill.
Oh, okay. Are you getting it going?
Yeah, I hear him.
Where'd Jimmy go?
Guess they're on 78.
Yeah, that's...
Somebody's up there, not on 78, 76.
But it ain't Jimmy.
Hey, Sammy.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever dream up an answer for the question I asked you the other day?
No, I really just...
Okay.
We'll look and see.
All right. Plan to do that. Hey, y'all, I don't know if you ever see this article in QST. It's the first time I've seen it, but apparently they're getting on these guys on 7200 and 3822. They even had the one guy's call sign listed on there, that LAX guy. So apparently they're looking into him in pretty good detail.
Well, he's not really doing anything illegal.
No, he's making a lot of racket on there. And I think they considered that to be some kind of malicious interference because he was brought as a barn with that blower or whatever the hell he runs. That's what the FCC said so far.
Yeah. Well, they need to get the cussing guys. That's the ones that's bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they need to break it off in their backside and not back up.
Well, it's probably hard to enforce that nowadays.
Too many lawyers.
I still think 97 profanity is not an allowed item.
I got a couple of copies of the whole Part 97 and some of the supporting detail. And man, every time I read something about a ruling, there's enough vagueness to it that you think, gosh, this doesn't really, you can't really apply this. And I wonder if it was written that way on purpose.
Well, it's done by lawyers. What do you expect?
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
But I mean, if you're gonna find somebody something in this, they're saying, oh, it's a hardship. Well, you look at what they got and start taking it away from them, starting with the radio equipment.
Yeah.
Put liens on their land, their house. Start getting their damn attention.
Yeah, hardship. I don't quite want to buy that.
What? J.A. and Coleman, they're going to fine him $50,000. He claimed hardship. He had to pay $4,500.
Oh, yeah.
And they let him pay it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that isn't really any hardship for him.
Now the damn, power companies and utilities, they get their money right up front. They don't back up off of that.
Nope. They don't care if you're hardship or not. Borrow it.
Now they make, the commercial service they don't back up on.
Uneven playing field, W5CMK.
Yeah, a little bit.
KWZ and 850.
Well, you're going to get their attention, you got to get their attention, KB5ZO.
WK5R.
They used to get your attention pretty quick.
Yeah, it's like hunting violations. They take away the boat, take away the car, take away the guns. That's the only way to make it effective.
Yeah, they caught a bunch hunting north of the little line that divides part of the season. Plus, they were way over the limit. They confiscated a bunch.
You talking about the dove season?
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
But the deer season here, you know, there's a split through the middle of the county. They catch them all the time.
Hey, Dano.
Yeah.
Got the little T4XB up and running.
Oh, good. You gonna put it on the boat anchor?
I don't have a receiver yet unless I try to use, of course, I don't have all the cables either to hook to my TR4C. I could use it for a receiver, but don't have one yet. I've got one secured. It's just going to be a little bit before I can get it picked up.
Roger.
One tube and a lot of dirty band switches.
That was it?
So far. Six EV7 was almost melted down for some reason.
Jeez. Well, that tube runs pretty hot, even on the TR3s and stuff.
Yeah, you could tell it'd been really hot. It was kind of like the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Oh, my.
The glass was melted?
Yeah, it was deformed. It didn't melt a hole in it, but it was deformed and leaning over.
Roger.
Man.
That one had a little runaway.
Those are nice little transmitters. They're pretty stable, too.
Yeah, I found my frequency with this radio Saturday night Saturday night, and left it sitting here all night, and it didn't move an ounce. About 180 out.
Yeah, well, it means it's got good tubes in it there. I've always liked the way the Drake receivers tune. I don't know why. They just seem to come into a station a lot nicer than other radios for some reason.
Well, I secured one from David down there in Covington, W5XU, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be right.
Receiver?
Roger.
Oh, okay.
Just got to make a trip to Covington to pick it up. That's all right. We'll just go on into New Orleans and have a little fun.
Double.
How about which amplifier, Scott?
Time Master.
Oh, okay. I'd never heard of one before you and Jim talked about it.
Oh, they've been around. There used to be a kit they sold Dan and.
That's not that outfit over there in South or North Carolina, is it?
Might be.
Oh, okay.
I got a Skywalker.
I think that's the 4-pill, isn't it, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had another one that I sold to KJ.
Did.
They still in business?
Nah.
What kind of pills do they have in them?
2879s.
Oh, wow. 8 of them, huh? That one Scott.
Yeah.
It's apparently a semi-kit. Monday night.
See y'all tomorrow. TV show is on the air. W5CMK clear.
All right, guys.
Yeah, that guy. I better get out of here, too. I think I just heard the trash man